I am a lifeguard at a pool at the town where I live, and I saved a little boy's life. I jumped in and got him out of the pool. That's what I did.
The kindest thing that I can probably remember is on one of the summer days, like I was going from college way back to home, and I found an old man, probably around 60 years, walking on the flyover. The flyover is almost meant for only vehicles to pass, but I found this guy walking at afternoon 2 o'clock to be very strange. And I just stopped my bike after passing him, and I came back to him and asked like if I can help him by dropping him at next bus stand or transit where he can take bus or Uber. And then he hopped on my bike, and we were going by, and I just happened to ask him a bit more of why he was walking and what was the story. He told he got an heart attack, like he fell down unconscious and someone robbed him, and he was with no money. And his place where he have to reach is probably 250 miles away from where he is. And he was like walking all the way, is what he told me. I felt very emotional and connected. With no second thought, like I thought I'll get something for him to eat, and I'll give some money, like 300 rupees in Indian currency, probably like some dollars. And then I just bought some food to eat, and I gave money for ticket so that he can reach his place. And that moment I felt very good about myself. More than giving some money to him, I felt good because I did something that mattered to him. So that's the kindest thing maybe I can remember.
That's awesome. What city was that?
It was in Bangalore.
Okay.
It's in Karnataka in India.
And I would say the nicest thing I've ever done for someone is I bought a homeless man Chick-fil-A, and I drove back to where he was and I gave it to him.
What was his reaction?
He was actually really, really thankful, and he showed me the biggest smile on his face, and he just thanked me so much. So yeah.
I think the kindest thing I've ever done would probably be like I went on a domestic mission trip on the Eastern Shore in Virginia, and we would visit these migrant camps, and I got to spend time with the kids, like of the children of the migrants, and we would do like vacation Bible school and activities, and we brought like food donations and clothes for them, and a lot of the migrants were working like 13, 15 hours a day, and a lot of the kids kind of had to take on the parental responsibilities of the younger kids, so we just kind of taught them and like interacted with them, and just kind of let them be kids for a little while. And it was really nice because a lot of them were like super like, you know, cursing all the time, kind of mean, like hard on the outside, and we kind of got them to like, we broke through to them, and we got to see them just like be children and like have fun and like engage in the games, and we see them like every year, and they just ask for us to come back, and it's just so heartwarming.
Okay, the kindest thing I've ever done for somebody was they were in need, and I know this person was hardworking and stuff, and they were struggling. And I had $200 on me, and it was all the money I had in my pocket at that moment, and I just gave it to them. And they resisted at first because it was all the money, but I gave it to them, and I made sure they kept it, and they used it for what they needed.
Wow, what was their reaction?
They were like surprised, and they were like a little like not willing to take it at the moment because it was all the money I had in my pocket, but I just gave it to them, and they accepted it and were grateful, and they weren't necessarily in tears, but they tried to keep it in until like I left, and it was just like a moving moment, and I was like, if I can do that to somebody else, hopefully that'll come back to me, or not, it doesn't matter.
I organized with my swim team to stock the food pantry for people in my town who aren't privileged enough to have food every day.
I was student body president of my high school, so I held Spirit Week, and I raised $110,000 for a charity.
The most recent nice thing that I've done is bought that man a shirt at Target.
So my junior year of high school, I volunteered in oncology at like a local hospital. So it was a lot of like cancer patients, and so I would like bring them like ice water or just like I would replace like the gloves and stuff, things like that. And then this year, for my Gold Award, I made this curriculum about honeybees. So I taught, it was for elementary school students. So I taught them lessons about honeybees and like just like conservation and just spreading awareness and things like that.
How did you get connected with the oncology?
I just applied to like volunteer at the hospital, and then they were like, oh, oncology needs volunteers, so.
After the last hurricane, I helped a bunch of people move out of their houses, so I like packed everything up and helped them put them into moving trucks and move them to higher up locations so it wouldn't get flooded.
The nicest thing, I can't think of like the nicest thing I've done, but I can think of like something very nice that I have done that just really sticks out in my brain. I'm really close with my best friend, and there was this time where her dad, his birthday was coming up, and they were just really struggling with money, and I had just previously started working, and so his birthday came up and he has diabetes, so it's really hard. You either have to go out and buy something or like try to find a recipe that's like sugar-free or something. And I just got off a shift and they told me they hadn't celebrated her dad's birthday. And I took the last little money I had at the time on me, and I went to Walmart and I searched and searched and searched so I could find a sugar-free pie. And so I went by their house and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday. And he came up to me and he gave me a hug because he was like, I didn't get anything for my birthday. We're struggling for money. And it was just something, it was like a small thing, but it made such a big difference to him. And it just made me feel really good on the inside just to be able to do that for him.